Oh, hold on.
wanted people, sure know how to trick. I came to the party, I laughed at the jokes you made. I wish that I hadn't, 'cause now the joke's on me. I didn't come here just so I could watch you make a mess. I didn't come here to ugly cry in my favorite dress. So what the hell were you thinking then when you kissed your lips? Now I'm kinda glad you did, 'cause now you adore me, adore me. Go ahead now.
Oh my goodness, what a morning. I'm still getting everything together. Give me 1 second. Apparently everything has to update on Mondays. I don't know why that's a thing, but apparently it is. And now I'm just trying to get caught up. So give me 1 second here. Okay, geez, man, what a morning. Thought everything was good. Everything was not good. So just give me 1 second here. You're muted. You're good. Okay. One more. Give me 1 second here. Sorry this is taking so long. This was not a part of the plan. It was supposed to just start working, but then it was like, oh, hey, nothing's gonna work unless you run an update. And so, yeah, you gotta do your thing and do that and then refresh that. And then click on that and then click here and then go here and then do this and then click that. And then we gotta check for the volume to make sure y'all don't hear anything extra in your audio, because that is a no-no. And okay, I think we're good. Alrighty, and I'm starting. Hi, how you doing? How you be? Top to the AB in PC news. Apple suspended production of the, can't even read it, M2 chips due to failing demand for Macs, as well as, do you think you will ever see Wind Waker or Twilight Princess ports on the Switch? Plus, some really disgusting printers right after this. Hi, I'm Anthony, and if you are new here, consider subscribing. We actually troubleshoot and help people with their technical issues and PC gaming issues, and subscribing will help us grow the channel and help more people. Thanks. Hi, how you doing? How you be? Top to the AB. Hope everybody had a good day at work and or school and or other or a good weekend. My name is Anthony, or TheOpenForum, and we are gaming adjacent. Essentially, we help people with their technical issues, PC issues, Xbox, Switch, iNeo, Steam Deck, and the like, or any issue that has to do with a computer at all. My name is Anthony. Hope everybody had a good day. And without further ado, let's get things popping. I am so sorry. I am late and incredibly late and incredibly burly. I was trying to get my hair cut, and then one thing led to another, and I started running out of time. And then, yeah, now I look terrible. But yeah, you know, when you do this as much as we do, it just sort of happens that way. But without further ado, let's get a few things started here. We'll start with the game as soon as we go over everything. So let's do this. Apple suspended production of the M2 chips due to failing demand for the Macs. Demand for Apple's latest Macs has seen a downfall since January, and the computer has ceased production of its custom M2 series chips. According to a new report, Macs adhere to lower than expected demand, which led the company to delay the production of the M2 series of chips until it regains traction. Scroll down to read more. I don't. The sluggish sales of Apple MacBooks have already been predicted. Apple's Mac PC business revenue in the first quarter was $7.7 billion. This is a 30% decrease compared to the same period last year. Well, that's to be expected for anything. If you look at the M2 AirPod Pro, if you look at the M2 Mac Mini, okay, well, Mac Mini is a little different, but if you look at the M2 MacBook Pro versus the M1, it's not much of a difference. You know what I mean? So most people who have the M1 MacBook, like I have the M1 MacBook, it's perfectly fine for me. It does everything I needed to do. I don't have any complaints. So, you know, when you have a Mac that's pretty much doing everything that you need it to do, you know, an M2 doesn't really give you enough performance to actually make it useful, especially when you look at the iPad Pro. The iPad Pro upgrade to the M2 is useless. There is absolutely no reason for you to actually upgrade to that. Generally, the M1 MacBook Pro or the M1 iPad Pro is generally where it's at. Same thing for the Air, same thing for the Pro. It's just like, why? So yeah, I definitely get that. I really didn't see myself like it came out. I thought it was really cool, but it's not like phones where if you update the phone, it makes it a little bit faster and make you play games a little bit faster, stuff like that. Whenever you're talking about the iPad, there's really only so much it can do, right? Because it still doesn't have a full operating system, and it can still only do one audio device at a time. So it can't do a whole lot. So, you know, well, I mean, it's still useful, but it just can't do everything. And the M1 pretty much gave you everything that you needed the iPad Pro to do. So upgrading to a stronger processor without giving it an operating system was just kind of silly in my opinion. But let's go ahead and go to the next one. Do you think we will ever see Wind Waker or Twilight Princess ports on the Switch? It's been a while since rumbling and rumors of the Wind Waker and Twilight Princess come to Switch. I really want them since I have not played them yet. What are the chances they still come? Well, it's Nintendo, so I say about like 75%. LOL. Nintendo loves their ports. To be fair, I think Wind Waker would come before Twilight Princess. Twilight Princess is kind of one of those games that kind of disappeared into the background. I played Twilight Princess, but Twilight Princess, I guess a part of all the Zelda games that I've played, Twilight Princess is that one game that you play that you barely remember. It's like, okay, Link turned into a wolf, and that was pretty much the end of it. Oh yeah, there was some chick that was riding your back, Mitna or whatever, and then she turned hot or something. I don't. That's all I remember about Twilight Princess. There was a black chick, and there was a wolf. And you had wolf powers, and then the black chick turned into a princess. That's about it. That's all I remember, and that's pretty much Twilight Princess. That's the entire story. And then Wind Waker was excellent though. Wind Waker, I like that a lot. I mean, you spent half your time in the ocean. That place, that was great. Wind Waker was awesome. So I think Wind Waker has a better chance because Wind Waker fits the aesthetic of the Switch more so than Twilight Princess does. Twilight Princess is more gritty. But yeah, I definitely see that coming. Alrighty, let's go ahead and go to the next one here. And this looks disgusting. Brother MFC J693ODW needs debugging. Okay. Oops, sorry. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, Jesus. I just thought it was few ants. Oh my God. Let me look at it again. This is the equivalent of smelling your fingers. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'd run that laser over all of them and kill every last ant. Oh my God, that is disgusting. Oh my God. It's like they're feeding them, but I get that that's larva, but Jesus. You know what has to be in there? Okay, 1, it has to be warm. 2, it has to be some kind of sugar or fat. And 3, there has to be some type of a water supply. They have all of that in that printer. I don't know how, but apparently they do. They must be eating ink cartridges because that is disgusting. Isopropyl alcohol in a match. Flamethrower and nothing less. Yeah, that is disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting. Just pick it up and throw it in the trash at that point. Like, how do you, like, I don't even know. I don't even know how you get something. Like, you have a whole ant collection in your printer. Like, it's a total ant farm. Like, that is, whoo, Lord. Okay. All right. Well, that's what I needed for today. I'm up now. I was sleepy at first, but now I am not. All right, let's go ahead and go to the next one. All right. Why does my PC crash? I need help. Well, is this computer hanging from a string? Okay. That may have something to do with it. Well, I mean, why does it hanging? I mean, well, a case would help. No. I'm not even sure what's going on. He says it's crashing, but he hasn't given me any information. So I don't think he's asking a real question. Cloud computing. It's a bug with the floating point calculator. Okay, yeah. All right. I'm not doing any more dad jokes unless one is funny. Not enough airflow. Easy. Okay, yeah. Okay. I thought I had dad jokes, but apparently they do too. Alrighty, all right, let's get started. Let's start helping people and appease Jesus. All right, so game of today is actually going to be Lost Ark. Let me make sure the audio is good and make sure everybody can hear me and not the audio of Lost Ark. Yeah, I made sure that it didn't have any audio when I exported it this time, so we don't have the same issue that happened Thursday. I do apologize for that, but it looks like we're good to go here. So that looks good. That looks good. Let me make sure this is good. Yeah, everything looks fine. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So, oh, there is something I need to do, I believe. Let me make sure I did that. I believe I did. I believe I did, good sir. But I just want to make sure. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Sorry. Technically still at work. Alrighty. Well, not still at work, but technically have to watch my work. Alrighty, so this is from Symmetra. We talked about this earlier. Sure, what kind of device is it connected to? Also, what model headset are you referring to? And they had a headset recognized, audio works, but mic doesn't. And so we've been going back and forth, tried using a Dell laptop. I'm pretty sure the headset is a Jabra Evolve 80. We have a Jabra, but it's not the 80. I think we have the 85. Is this a work PC? Also, Jabra has software that headsets go for that headset. Go ahead and download the most up-to-date version to see if that resolves the issue. Personal PC, but I use it for work most matters occasionally. I downloaded the Jabra Direct software. It only detects the adapter that connects to the Jabra PC Evolve Link MS, which I updated. Did not fix the issue. Mic still does not work. Okay. Okay. Is the mic Bluetooth? Okay. Is the mic, well, here, there's no point in asking. We could just look it up. Jabra Evolve 80. Let's look this guy up real quick. Is it wired? Jabra Evolve 80. Let's see if it has Bluetooth and USB-A optimized unified communication. Okay. Can you show us the bottom so we can see? Well, if we look at this, then we will see that it appears that it has adaptive noise canceling and it has a cable for the mic, it appears. Do you have... Okay, so adaptive noise canceling, it has a busy light. It's not wireless. It doesn't have NFC. It has listen in and it has a charging stand optional. Well, it doesn't have that. So it appears that the mic is wired. Let me make sure. Maybe his picture will help here.
Hey guys. We control the volume.
Okay. Did it come like that already plugged in?
As you can see, yeah, they are. So the reason why I bought this is obviously, like some of us, I was working from headphones that were noise canceling, so I didn't hear my neighbors doing construction next door, or my kids running around the house, whatever had to be going on. This is a wired pair of headphones. It does require some charging. As you can see, yeah, they are Jabras. It does have a microphone on the side of it. You go ahead and slide this down.
Okay, so it appears that that cable goes into a USB connector and it comes out as a USB header. All right, bet. So, okay, is the, wow, okay. I think that was the new dragon in Lost Ark is what you guys are watching. I downloaded the Jabra Direct software. It only detects the adapter that connects to the PC Evolve Link MS, which I updated. Did not fix the issue. Mic still does not work. Okay, is the mic plugged into a USB 3 port or USB 2? Is it a rear port or a front port? Front port. Swap it to a front port and USB 2 to see if the mic gets picked up. Also, go to the sound devices in the bottom right. So basically, we're trying to go to sound devices, or I'm sorry, sound settings. And then in sound settings, we want to make sure that the input is showing there. Sound settings, y'all can't see that. Sound settings in the bottom right. And then on the inputs, does it show there? Also, go to start. I'll show you guys all this here in a second. Control panel, device, I'm sorry, not start control panel, start device manager. Here, do you see the Jabra mic with an error? Okay. So what I'm referring to is if we go to, let's say, Windows 11, if it decides it wants to show, and it does, so that's good. This is a guy that was giving me a problem. I had to run a million updates. But what I was referring to is, of course, just like going to your sound settings, and then from your sound settings, clicking on your input, just to make sure that we see the Jabra here. If we don't, then also we want to go to Device Manager. And then from Device Manager here, we want to see if it shows up. The reason why I didn't tell her a location is because it may show up anywhere. It may show up under audio. It may show up under USB devices. It may show up in its own category. It just really kind of depends. So I would rather her just look and see, just like look through these and see if there is any of them with an error, and then go from there, or an alert or a caution, because it'll be open. So like if one of them is messed up, it'll be open and it'll tell you why it's messed up. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and go back and let me update them. Yeah. Okay, so Symmetric, keep us posted. We can close that. We can close that. All right, let's go get to the next one here. 10.5 liter build with a swing out radiator, 3D print case. Oh, we gotta look. Okay, that is interesting. If we go, let's see here. Okay. That's actually not bad for a 3D printing case, man. That's really nice. Now, I always wonder, because it's like plastic or whatever, if it would like overheat and melt the case. But that looks very, like, he really got that set up properly. Like, that is very sturdy. Wow. Yo, that's a nice little build, man. Congratulations. Wow. Excellent build. Bro, congrats. That is awesome. Congrats to him. Wow. I don't even have the patience. I give up halfway through. I give up at the 3D printing phase. He's like, hold up, I gotta get a 3D printer. Oh, no, forget it. That's too much work. Alrighty, we did you. Okay, let's go back here because this is gonna be all text. All right, so this is from Rockstar Player. Let me go ahead and start turning on all these devices here that are in my wake. Alrighty. Rockstar Player is having connection issues. Hey y'all, my PS4 Pro decided to take a dive off the deep end and could use some help. As of recently, my Wi-Fi has been acting up, but through the console itself, what I mean is, for example, I log in, it says I'm online, but a few minutes go by and the Wi-Fi starts disconnecting and reconnecting. So we've been going back and forth about this. And I said, okay, well, what happens if you connect your Xbox to your phone? Do you have that ability? Do you perchance still have this device under warranty? I connected the Xbox and it ran fine. The console warranty would have been voided considering it's already been apart once before and it's been around for about 3 to 4 years. Okay, so I connected the Xbox and it ran fine. He connected it. I tried out running a direct connection and it makes no difference. Still only works a moment or so. I tried running connection tests and it all came back as it would normally. I think it would be a console itself rather than the internet, seeing as I never have connection issues on my Xbox, PC, etc. It's PlayStation. Oh, okay. Okay, well, what happens if you connect your Xbox to your phone? Oh, no, this is PlayStation. Oh, I'm sorry. I misspoke. My apologies. I misspoke. We T-shoot all consoles. So very easy to get them mixed up. Okay, so the PlayStation. What happens if you connect it to your phone? Do you have a way to do that? We just want to see if you have internet connectivity going to a different connection entirely. Also, did we already tell them to try wired? I tried out running a direct connection and it makes no difference. It only works a moment or so. Yeah, we just want to make sure. I get that, you know, his Xbox doesn't have this problem and his PC doesn't have this problem, but just in case I would, you know, just in case it's a cable issue, I would rather him try to connect up to his phone, which will be Wi-Fi to Bluetooth, or his phone would be Wi-Fi and he would connect to his phone's hotspot, which is also wireless. And that way he's not using a cable. This lets us know if you have a bad cable or port. Bad cable. Actually, we'll just leave it at that. Just bad cable. We'll say it. Bad cable or ports. Alrighty. So yeah. So essentially what you would want to do there is that, you know, if we're having a PlayStation issue where it's having connection issues and we've already tried connecting it wired and we know wireless and they have the exact same issue regardless if it's wired or wireless, we know he has an Xbox, the Xbox doesn't have a problem. We know he has a PC, the PC doesn't have a problem. Well, at that point, all you really want to do is try to connect it to another device, because it's easier to ask a customer to connect it to like his cell phone than it is to try a different Ethernet cable and see exactly if that works. Because it could be that maybe his networking card, his wired networking isn't working, or his wireless is too far. So we're just trying to, you know, make sure without a shadow of a doubt that that's the problem. It's possible he may be able to get a Wi-Fi dongle and that may work for him. Let me see if the PlayStation 4 Pro, PS4 Pro Wi-Fi dongle, wireless adapter wireless, transmits microphone receiver support. Bluetooth adapter wireless, USB 4 headset transmits microphone receiver support. I used to think that there was the possibility that you could do something like this. Let me see. Let me think about this. Be Wi-Fi adapter on a PS4. Yeah, that's exactly my question. Hey guys,
what's going on? I'm BMP and what?
Oh my God. That's not what I was trying to do. I was just trying to check. Short answer, no. Okay, thank you. Jesus. I'm not trying to watch a whole YouTube video on it. So Sony doesn't support the use of third-party adapters because Sony will not allow you to install the software required for the dongle adapter to actually work. So while you can easily plug and play USB microphones and headphones, you cannot use USB devices such as dongles, adapters, and printers, etc. You can use USB microphones, for example, because Sony works directly with third-party manufacturers of such devices and incorporates their drivers into the OS. Thank you. That's all I need to know. All right, so it appears that that is going to be a no-go. So my apologies, I misspoke. This lets us know if you have a bad cables or ports. And yeah, we'll just break the news. Let's just go ahead and break the news. Because we're already, you know, we're running out of options here. If none of these work, then I'm afraid the networking interface is toasted. Yeah, if you're not able to connect to your phone either, and you do have a hotspot and you can't connect to your phone for the PlayStation, and you cannot connect wired to the PlayStation at all to any network, then yeah, it's gonna be over, man. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot we can do on this one, so you know, might as well just go ahead and let them know. Alrighty, Rockstar Player, keep us posted, because it's like, okay, troubleshooting cables and ports, right? If you troubleshoot cables and ports, then by that logic, that means Wi-Fi should work. Wi-Fi does not work. So if Wi-Fi doesn't work, and then whenever he tries wired by default, it doesn't work, then you can't really say one way or the other. You know what I mean? At that point, it's kind of over. You know, there's not a whole lot more to talk about. You know, we can try another device, another Wi-Fi device, just to make sure it's not as wireless. But that's pretty much all we're proving here. If he connects to his phone and it still doesn't work, it's over. Well, okay. If he can't connect to his phone and it still doesn't work, it's over. Because if he can connect to his phone and it doesn't work, then that means that he's able to connect. He's just not able to pull an IP address. So, okay. Semantics. I'm talking semantics. But yeah, essentially that's what I'm referring to. Alrighty, let's go ahead and go to the next one here. You know what? Let me check something. Let me check something real quick here. Real quick, make sure I'm good here. Let me mute this before it does something crazy. Can't be bothering people. Okay, yeah, no, that looks good. Okay, just making sure. Okay, yeah, you're good. I'm good. Alrighty, so next one up here is when you don't want to undervolt anymore. Well, aren't you pretty? That is a very big PC. Don't let that fool you. It's just that it's standing up straight. So this thing can fit a full-size ATX motherboard. So I've been running the SFF Time ATX, he's not lying, for about 6 months now with a 9900K and a 3080 Ti. I have had to undervolt my 9900K a lot to keep its temperatures under control with the baby cooler I put on it. Well, the undervoltage ended today. Decided to mod the case a little to mount a 240mm AIO. Well, at that point, just go ahead and go with a straight up chassis. Like, you're so close. Like, at that point, just finish, bro. Like, you're there. Congratulations, you're done. You might as well just finish it out. At that point, just call it a mid ATX case. I mean, you know, any type of flexibility it had is pretty much over at this point. But I mean, you know, it's still pretty sweet, I guess. That's if you want, if you want to say that. All right, let's go to the next one here. Apparently, I really like Cyclone in all characters. I like Cyclone in Lost Ark. I like Cyclone in Path of Exile. I like Cyclone in Diablo. I just like Cyclone in general, apparently. But let's see here. This one is no government. Technical issues. So I use my PS5 controller on my laptop and now it's paired to that, but when I plug it into the console, using the cable I got with the PS5, it will not pair. So there's a reset button on the back of the controller. Go ahead and hold that down for 10 to 15 seconds. Let us know how it goes. I've attempted to do that, but it still does not connect. I've also completely removed the controller from my laptop. I've seen that it might be that I wasn't updating my controller, but now I can't do that if I can't use it. Well, I plug it into the console. Well, you mentioned console. It will not pair. Well, you mentioned the console. What happens if you reset for 10 to 15 seconds while the USB port is plugged into the PS5 and it's on? Essentially, we're trying to make it reset, but it's already directly connected to the computer via USB. So technically, they should at least try to communicate with the controller unless the controller itself is malfunctioning. That's what we're trying to do here. Okay, no government, keep us posted. And that was group one. That was pretty quick. We do have quite a few. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say quite a few. We have a lot of repeats. Group two, finally got my daughter her first PC. Yo, we gotta look at that. That is the cutest thing ever. I actually was thinking about buying my mother a computer like this that was all pink, or I think it was actually purple because I think that's like her favorite color or something, but she would never use it. It's too heavy. You think she's watching Minecraft, but she's really playing Call of Duty. As soon as you turn your head, you know she opening Call of Duty. That is, okay, you're gonna turn her into a straight gamer. My daughter is 5 and we've been playing games together since she was 2. Mostly Minecraft on Xbox. Now she's got herself her first PC and she's learning the mouse and keyboard. I'm very proud and an excited father. Yo, life goals. Yo, do you have any idea how much I want a second player on zombies? Not enough for child support, but enough to want it. Child support, that's a bit much. No, I'm sorry, but yeah, I definitely would like a second player. That'd be great. So hey, life goals. I appreciate it. Good for him. Congratulations, good side. Looks like you have a lovely daughter there. All right, this is from Discord Mod Memento. Windows and phone are connected to same Wi-Fi. It can access messages and everything, but can't access apps or my phone screen because they aren't connected to the same Wi-Fi. Okay. Hi, I'm using my phone link to avoid having to turn on my phone. Yeah, he's talking about phone link. And I said, okay, are there any updates for the application itself? When did this start? Have you, what happens if you uninstall the application and reinstall it? Does it make a difference? Also, be sure to reboot your PC. He said, no updates. It's been a problem ever since I've used it a week ago. Don't have the ability to uninstall and reinstall. Maybe rebooting my PC will work, but I don't know. Okay, well, try the reboot. But why don't you have the ability to uninstall? Is this a company PC? Never mind, phone link just updated and is working fine. Thanks for the help, though. That is our friends. That is a W. Yes, give me my confetti. Give me my confetti. Yes, yes, we'll let that finish because I'm vain. So we got to make sure that that all gets out there. Yes. All right, we'll take that W. I mean, W by group 2, that's not too bad. I mean, sometimes we get like 4 L's before we get 1 W, so I'll take it. I'll take it. Doing pretty good. So yeah, glad to hear it. Let's go ahead and let him know that we exist. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. And let's go ahead and open up OneNote here and let him know that we help people for free. Where's the camera flies? There we go. Control C. And and if you like the service and you want more of this, go ahead and like and subscribe to our content. No. Yeah, Discord mod memento. I'm happy you were able to get that resolved, bro. All right, let's go ahead and go to the next one here. Guys, I think there's something wrong with my PC. Okay. Prove it. Let's see here. Is that a fan? They'll turn it off. Okay, he trolling. You trolling. Your PC is ready for takeoff. Yeah, you trolling. There's no way, bro. His computer sounds like it's straight ready to literally lift up off that table. Like there is no way. There is no way that is real. You trolling. Your PC is ready for takeoff. I was waiting for it to take off. What kind of plane is this? F-14 Tomcat. Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like. It sounds like a plane. That cannot possibly be a thing. You know why I know that it can't be real? It's because it's going too fast. There's not a fan that you can use that would actually make it go that fast and sound that loud and that terrible. You know, maybe if we're talking about commercial fans, but that isn't a commercial fan. And this computer is too old for it to be anything commercial in there. So yeah, I just don't see it getting that loud. So yeah. All right, let's go ahead and go to the next one here. This is from Sweden Freaks. Sweden says, 1080 Ti drivers get hung and crash anytime I open a game. So we talked about this a few times. And we said, so basically he was just having problems with his graphics. Normally when it crashes, it just freezes both of my screens and goes back to a black screen or two. If I have Twitch stream open on my second monitor, it will also crash the stream as well as the game. And then we said, okay, I just went into safe mode and uninstalled my drivers, went out of safe mode and made sure they were gone, reinstalled GeForce Experience, but no change. Think my car may have finally given up. Possibly. The reason I asked for your CPU mod is because you may have integrated graphics. And he says he has a 9700K, which means he does. Okay, so you have integrated graphics. Remove your GPU from the motherboard and plug your monitors into the back of the motherboard and see if this resolves the issue. If it does, then yeah, you may have a faulty GPU. To finalize, plug it into a different port on the motherboard to see if it works. If not, yeah, game over. Alrighty, so yeah, we kind of have to let him know at that one. You know, only option that he really has as right now is bypass. If you bypass and it's working and everything is perfectly fine, then yeah, his graphics card is probably going to be the culprit here. Alrighty, Sweden, keep us posted, bro. Alrighty, USB overcurrent status. He has an Asus B550M with a 5800X, works fine about a year ago, but been battling this intermittent fault for a while now, but looks like it might be here to stay. So unplugged everything from the board except bare minimums to no avail. Can't even get into BIOS as locks out and shuts down after 15 seconds. What intermittent fault? USB overcurrent status? If so, what happens if you plug your USB devices to a power USB hub? Does it work then? Also, I would try to update the BIOS. Let us know if this works. Thanks for your reply. Intermittent. Oh, he has a picture. Okay. I'm down to see pictures. Oh. System will shut down after 15 seconds. Okay. Updating, swapping out PSU. The fault will sometimes go away after appearing, then will almost randomly show up. Last 2 days. Okay. I'm down. Okay. Remove all ports going into all USB ports. USB ports going, USB devices going into the back of the motherboard. And plug the keyboard into the front USB header to see if it powers on. Mouse is optional. Actually, I should probably say that. We should probably say that just so he knows. Mouse is optional. Mouse is optional. We just want to make sure that it powers on. He dies in 15 seconds. So if that's the case, then it's not able to actually utilize the USB ports because it sounds like they've been overvolted for too long and maybe it's not able to actually give a power source to the USB ports on the back of his motherboard. So the USB ports on the back of your motherboard is a little different from the front panel header. You know, of course, they're all part of the same motherboard, but I would just try the front panel just to see if that helps. See, so he can't actually use a USB hub in the back because that won't do him any good because he can't read from the hub anyway, or from the USB port anyway. Now, it could be that if he had a power hub that may work because it doesn't actually need the power from the USB port if power is our only problem. It's possible that that is the case, but it's saying overcurrent, not power. So it may just be that it's too hot, or maybe something is getting too much of a charge, or something may be damaging it. But, we'll ask this and see exactly what happens here, removing all the USBs and plug the keyboard into the front port and see what happens. So Cog Jams, keep us posted. Okay, that's group 2. Let's go ahead and do group 3. Alrighty, not the best, but it's my mod and I love it. That's pretty cool. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, okay, this was the guy with the Togepi. And we said some words and I think he said thanks or something. I don't remember. Yeah, I can't be expected to remember something that happened Thursday. He said something and I said something. It's here because he replied, but I'll just leave it alone. I think it may have been funny. If it's funny, I might want to find it. Here, let's see here. Sort by new, old, Q&A, top, search, comment, me. Okay. Okay, I can't search for my own comment. All comments. Okay, any minute now. Hey, nice mod, bro. Digging the Togepi. Will you make a Marowak version? LOL. We'll make all the mods if I had the money, I think. That'd be kind of sweet though if he had like a Marowak or a Gengar. Oh my god, he makes so much money off that. All right, let's go ahead and go to the next one here. Of course, until Nintendo puts their foot down. Discord mod Memento. I feel like we already worked this issue. But why don't you have the ability to uninstall? Is this a company PC? I'll say extra HDD has files. I think I already fixed this issue, or I already replied to him several times, I believe. Here, let me see. Yeah, I already replied to him. Okay. Yeah, he's good. Alrighty. So okay. You have our attention. Just installed my new case fan. Okay. Well, I like how he has like modified the case so like it's just straight up blowing directly into the case. Like, yo, if you have some wheels, you can make a portable car with your computer case. Portable car? Just a regular car. I feel cars are pretty portable. You can make a car with your computer case. There we go. With a jet engine. For those interested in the specs in my PC, nope. 11,000 full throttle RPM, 40,000 idle RPM. Yeah, no. You know how loud that would be? You would have to wear like earplugs in order to turn your PC on. That's just way too much. Like 40,000 RPM, man, that thing would be like, hey! Just install my new case, man. Okay. All right. Okay, that's cute. That's cute. You get the cute award, but that is just, that's going to be a no for me. Alrighty, so next one up is General Jamie. Jamie writes, Xbox screenshots and videos not deleting. Nothing uploading to network. Oh, a new issue. Okay, I was wondering if it was all going to be repeats. For some reason, videos and screenshots aren't uploading to my Xbox network, and no matter how many times I try to delete old videos and screenshots, they just pop right back up. Does anyone know what to do? Yeah, maybe. For some reason, videos and screenshots aren't uploading to my Xbox network, and no matter how many times I try to delete old videos and screenshots, they just pop right back up. Well, what happens if you check for updates? Is your Xbox wired or wireless? What happens if you check for updates? Is your Xbox wired or wireless? If it's wireless, connect wired to see if it makes a difference. I'm pretty sure that's how you fight this boss. I can't remember, but it's been a while since I fought him. Well, what happens if you check for updates? Is your Xbox wired or wireless? If it's wireless, connect wired to see if it makes a difference. Also, you kind of want to run that test. You know what I mean? That Xbox connectivity test. It would be network settings. Test network speed and statistics. What was it at? Settings, general. Settings, general. Is it wireless or wired? What happens if we check for updates? Also, could you go to settings, general, test network speed statistics, and see what, and let us know what you get. Let us know what you get. Okay, yeah, that's what I would do for that. I would, make sure that there are no updates available. I get that the Xbox currently doesn't have an update, but hers may be older, so let's go ahead and tell them to go ahead and check for an update. Also, let's tell them to reboot because I'm not about to get blown up by that. Be sure to also reboot the Xbox just in case. There we go. And also we want to kind of get an idea of those speed settings. It may be that you have a very low upload speed or something is interfering that may be causing you to not be able to upload to the Xbox cloud. All right, let's go and go to the next one here. This is from New Vegas Courier. My normal background color is purple, but now everything is super purple. Okay, and I said, well, what happens if you change your background or something to default? Does that resolve the issue? Press the PlayStation button on your controller and click the profile icon. And basically I was telling him to change it from the PlayStation. And he said, okay, so I don't know if you're messing around. If you are, I'm sorry, but this is very clearly an Xbox, hence why I posted an Xbox support. That aside, it turned out the problem was with my TV, not my Xbox, and I've already corrected the issue. Thanks, though. Original poster, I think it doesn't know. Yeah, I didn't know, bro. My bad. My bad, bro. Didn't know. We work like 50 issues a day for all consoles. My apologies, and glad you got it fixed. Yeah, no, we'll call it an L. That's an L. Boo! It's not a bad L though, so it's not something that I'm upset about. But call it what it is. Man up, whatever. You know, it happens, especially with what we do. You know what I mean? Because you know, we'll go PlayStation, we'll go Xbox, we'll go Switch, we'll go Steam Deck, we'll go Neo, we'll go 1X player, we'll go Wi-Fi, we'll go network, we'll go security, we'll go VPN, we'll go anything. You know what I mean? We don't have a limit. So it's very hard, you know, whenever you're going through these, and it looks like what a PlayStation screen looks like. I mean, at first, when I was first looked at it, it felt like I was looking at a PlayStation screen. If we look at the okay, maybe I'm talking in circles here, but it felt, when I looked at it, it didn't remind me of the Xbox. It reminded me of like the PlayStation 4 or something. Like, it didn't feel like an Xbox. I get that it's purple. I guess maybe the purple was what was throwing me off. But when I looked at it, I didn't think Xbox. I thought PlayStation. Sometimes I forget to check that he's talking about the Xbox Series X, but whatever. It happens. There's no need to reflect. I'm not even mad at that one. Alrighty, so this is from Charity Diary. Audio stuttering when broadcasting to Twitch. Any advice? Oh, I remember this one. This was a person that was having some really good download and upload speeds, but yet they still weren't able to broadcast this Twitch any better than 480p. That is going to really hurt. You should probably dodge that. Okay, and so we've been back and forth here. We had him do some network tests. And he said, by chance, do you have a spare Ethernet cable that you can swap out on the Xbox? I haven't heard of others with this issue, but what happens if you stream to YouTube instead of Twitch? Is the packet loss latency the same? Do you think it could be my CPU getting overloaded? CPU? CPU? Of the Xbox? My console's UI is usually way slower than it should be. It plays demanding games just fine, but struggles to open store and bring up the guide tab. Well, I tried different configurations, but it still sucks. Well, I would still try a wired connection. Try a wired connection, but you can go to the settings to reset the console and see if that makes a difference. But this will also wipe the hard drive. It could be that the hard drive is corrupted, which is what I'm thinking. So I would still try the wired connection just to make sure that that's not the problem. But if the wired connection is not the problem, I'd go ahead and try to wipe the drive and see if that actually gets it going. If it doesn't, and you still have the exact same problem even after wiping the hard drive, then it's possible that you may have a bad SSD. And it's not able to upload because it's not able to read and write from the SSD drive. But at the same time, it wouldn't be able to play games from the SSD drive either. Games are a little bit more meticulous than a video or a picture, you know, and on top of that, it has to load it into memory anyway. So some of your games would actually have problems loading if that was the case. So yeah, I don't. It's hard to say if it's the SSD. It's kind of an interesting one, but I really would rather know whether or not you have it wired or not. I feel like that it makes a bigger difference. And I get that you have no packet loss. I get that you have really high upload speeds. I get your MTU is 1480 and your latency is only 70, but I would still try a wired connection to see if it makes a difference and kind of go from there. For this one, have you tried any of the steps indicated above? Same thing for you. If you're also having the exact same issue, then the same thing would apply. Go ahead and try a few things and let us know how it goes. So Charity and Satrock, go ahead and try and let us know what happens there. All right, let's go ahead and go to the next one here. I don't like doing dailies. I'm just gonna go out and say it. I can't stand doing dailies. It's really annoying for me. And to always come back just to do dailies just so I can get like ships and ghost ships and whatever. It's kind of annoying. I don't know what it is about dailies, but I've never been a fan of dailies. Even back in WoW, even in SWTOR, Genshin Impact, all of them. I can't stand dailies whatsoever. They just drive me insane. I just hate doing the same thing over and over again to level up a character, unless we're talking about Pokemon. But even Pokemon, you're fighting different types. Here, you're just doing the exact same quest over and over again until you get 30 of them, or in some cases, 150 of them. Like, it takes a long time, and I'm not crazy about it. All right, so this is from Holiday Situation here. Holiday says, let's make sure everything's good here. Yeah, everything is good. Holiday says, laptop fans loud buzzing. Hello, so I had old laptop fans that are making a loud buzzing noise, and I took it to the repair shop and they told me the fans needed changing. But I changed the fans and the buzzing noise persisted. It's possible the fans themselves are a loud decibel. It could be from the fan that is covering your motherboard component chipset. More than likely that may be the culprit or the power supply fan, but you should open it up to verify where the sound is coming from. Thank you for the reply. I opened it up and noticed it's from the fans because when they are off, there's no sound coming. Even when newly installed, there was a slight buzzing noise. Maybe I need to loosen up the screws a little. Yep. Sounds like it may be hitting the chassis frame. Also, make sure they are going into the motherboard and not the power supply. If you plug fans into the power supply, for those of you at home, if you plug fans into the power supply, it actually maxes it out. So whatever the maximum RPM is, that's exactly what it's going to hit because it has nothing to regulate. But if you plug it into the motherboard, it'll regulate the actual fan speed based on the temperature. Alrighty, so just letting our homie here know, holiday situation, keep us posted. All right, let's go ahead and go to the next one here. And this is from, okay, Xbox One struck by lightning. What? Xbox One struck by lightning. Bit of backstory. I'll make sure y'all can hear me. Yeah, bit of backstory. A few years ago, the Wi-Fi module in my Xbox One suddenly went out. I couldn't be bothered to have it fixed, so I just connected to the router with an Ethernet cable. That worked until the phone line was struck by lightning. Kill the router and the Xbox. After that, it would turn off automatically like it was the hard drive. Wondering what more damage would have been done, and is it worth fixing up to sell? After that, it would turn off automatically like it was the hard drive. It would turn off automatically. Yeah. Ethernet port, first thing to do is open it up. Nah, this guy's got it. Xbox Ones don't have swappable hard drives, but there may be some kind of a workaround for swapping them. Good luck on Google for that. Yeah, no, he has it. He has it. Sorry, I didn't realize he already replied. We'll skip it. My laptop won't boot. Okay, I'm down. Hello, I was cleaning my Asus FX 5050 DT laptop, and in the process, something sparked. I don't notice a problem at first, but now my laptop won't boot. What should I do? Well, where did the spark come from? If you go to the location, do you see a burn mark? No, there was no burn mark. Ugh. Well, and that would mean there may be one on the underside of the motherboard. Is it plugged into an AC adapter? I would try to power it on with the adapter and without using the battery to see how that goes. Also, do any lights / fans come on when you press the power button? Because it could be that his computer is actually turning on, it's just that his monitor is not displaying a picture, and maybe that is what got shorted. But we'll know more once he tries to power it on in different ways. So Soju, keep us posted. Alrighty, it looks like this is going to be a little bit shorter of a day today. Usually our Mondays are a little bit short because we just have a bunch of repeats, but we'll do a couple random ones too. Should I get a new case? What's wrong with the one you got? I see you may have the Fantex TPC 14PE. That's pretty cool. So I recently got a 3070 dual fan and a 10400F with the Freezer 34 Esports Duo, but I'm still rocking my old case that used to have a stock Intel cooler and a 970 in it. Also, I don't care much about looks, but since my hardware is actually presentable now, I've been looking for a new case. Temps aren't bad, but the case itself feels like a space heater. Would a better case make everything run a little cooler? Also, I took the front panel off, and now because I want it to look a little cleaner. I mean, it depends on the case you get. Depends on the case you get. But it depends on the case you get. But yeah, if temperatures are a problem, then be sure the next case has high airflow. Airflow like something from Cooler Master, or Lian Li. Newer Lian Li's. I know that some of them didn't have a whole lot of cooling, but most Lian Li's do nowadays. Dat boy. All right, Dat boy, keep us posted, man. But there's not a whole lot to say on this one here. Alrighty, group 5, you guys. Okay, is there anyone who might know why connecting certain USB accessories causes all of my USB ports to not power on until I get to the Windows screen? Well, what happens if you plug your Corsair headset into a front port? It sounds as if you are overutilizing the power of the USB ports on the motherboard. The same exact thing, which is super odd. Without the headset stand and dongle, everything else powers up automatically. Plug one of those in and the keyboard and everything else takes a while to power on. But today, oddly enough, the headset stand and dongle receiver power on immediately. Oh, okay. So it's working. Next time this happens, unplug all USB devices except for headset and keyboard to see if that fixes the issue. Except for keyboard / mouse. Not everybody likes using the keyboard in Windows. So yeah, that's what I would say. I mean, if you have, let's say, 10 ports going into the back of your motherboard, I would plug, all of them. Plug your keyboard and mouse into the front ports and then plug the headset into the back port and see if that actually resolves the issue. And that'll point us into the right direction so that we know whether or not we're overutilizing the USB ports or oversaturating the USB ports on the back of the motherboard. Asylum, keep us posted, bro. All right, let's go and go to the next one here. Alrighty, and this one is from Lord Jiggle Pickle. Hard drive not working. Okay, it's a Seagate 8 terabyte hard drive I have hooked up to an Xbox One S. Tried updating the Xbox, got a new USB micro USB cord, but nothing's worked. Has the Xbox been able to register it before? Is it plugged into the front or the back? Whichever it is, swap it. Also, could you try to replace the USB cable? It has been able to, and I've swapped the front and back before. The USB cable is a micro B on the other end, so I already replaced it. Well, what happens if you plug the drive into a PC? Does it see it? Xbox, if you have like an external Xbox drive, you can plug that into the PC, no problem. And you should be able to see it just fine. Alrighty, so yeah, just go ahead and plug that into a PC and let's see what happens there and just let us know from there. Alrighty, this is from Successful Region. And Successful Region says, rate roast my setup. Why we rush your setup, bro? It's nice. It's nice and it's neat. Yeah, I gotta take a look at that. His setup is great. I don't understand why he wants somebody to roast him for what. Look at his cable management. It's great. I mean, the Mac, well, it's not really a Mac, but the thin keyboard I get, but it is what it is. At some point you got to do what you got to do in order to get your stuff set up. I mean, it looks fine to me. Looks great, bro. Looks great, bro. And really good cable management. Really good cable management. Why would you ever want to get roasted for this? Why would you ever want to be roasted for this? LOL. Yeah, I mean, I've seen most people with cases that look worse than this, I mean, this is nice, it's neat, it's compact. I mean, it is what it is. This is a nice build. I mean, this is better than what I was doing when I was in my 20s. My computer looked like trash. I had cables everywhere. Sometimes I just got too lazy and I didn't feel like finishing the job. And back then they didn't have zip ties. So, or maybe they did and I just couldn't afford it. But either way, I feel like there were no zip ties. So it's just cables everywhere. And you don't want to go into the case too much because you don't want to get cut up because it's made of pure metal. Yeah, those kind of cases, I mean, I just kind of left it alone. So I mean, it looks way better than anybody else who did this when they were in their 20s. So congrats to you, sir. It looks great. This case looks good too. I mean, it's cool. Like, why is he tripping? 3 out of 10, no headphone and chair. I have headphones somewhere else and I took my chair out for the picture. What do you mean offset? Okay, I'm not. This is just, that's silly. That's silly. Okay, this is all text. This is from Mesquite and Resin Case. Air-cooled build success. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is a repeat. Sweet. You just saved yourself like $200 minus parts and labor. LOL. Congrats. He made a computer case out of wood. Yeah, so his entire case is made out of wood, right? So he did it himself. He said, haha, thanks, and I wish. This case probably cost me double what an X-Proto L runs. I had a feeling. That wood look hard, man. That wood looks very, very, very thick and sturdy. Now, if I build another and sell it, I'll about break even. Even if I sell two, I'd have paid for extra tools I had to acquire for this build. Nonetheless, the cost doesn't outweigh the experience gain and practice in more intricate woodworking. True. Whenever I move and get a house, I want to learn how to woodwork or like build things out of wood. Like, I don't know how. I wasn't raised around men. so I never got that particular skill. And I wasn't into like home ec or wood shop or anything like that. I was into like football and video games. So I never got that particular skill set. So now that I will have a garage, this is the first time in my life I'll have a garage here coming up. I want to learn how to do like sanding and stuff like that and creating my own furniture. I always wanted to have that ability, but not having it for so long, I think that it's about time. I should at least know how to build like a table or something at this point in age. So yeah, kind of excited about that. Alrighty, and this is going to be the last one of the set questions, and then we'll do some randoms. Alrighty, so this is, oh no, I take that back. This is Charity Diary again, but we've already answered this person. Okay, well, that's group 5. So let's do this here. So we'll do 3 randoms and let's get it popping. So, see, I know I'm not cheating here. Refresh. All right, first 3 we see. 1, okay, that's an ad. 2, and that's not a question. What? I feel like, okay, fine. That's not even a question, but I'll click on it. I have a type. Yeah, you most definitely do, bro. That's hilarious. You definitely have a type for sure. All right, cool. Was there another question? Here we go. There we go. Alrighty. So my PS5 setup is unconventional to most gaming rooms, I suppose, but I like it. What's unconventional about it? The fact that it's in there with no cooling. Can't wait to see the airflow comments. Yeah. How you know what I was gonna say? You don't know me. You don't know my life. You don't know what I was gonna say. By the way, the airflow is non-existent. Non-existent. By the way, banishing your PS5 to the Shadow Realm via strangulation is a new form of torture. LOL. How do you spell okay, that's probably not a good question to ask on Twitch and YouTube. I was gonna assume that that's how you spell it because I'm not about to sit here S via strangulation. How do you spell? Okay. How do you spell strangulation? Oh, strangulation. Eesh. Wow, Anthony, that is bad. I don't know why I thought there was an EX in there. Apparently, I lost track of my vocabulary. But yes, that is PS5 in jail. Free the 5. Yeah, by the way, banishing your PS5 to the Shadow Realm via strangulation is a new form of torture. Yeah, that thing is not going to last, bro. I hope he has some holes in there because that is not cute. I mean, you know, I say that because I pay so much for my PS5, but I mean, you do what you want to with yours. It's just don't show me because now I'm gonna be like, oh my God, you don't deserve this PS5, sir. You know what other people have to do to get this PS5 and you're gonna put it in a closet so it can die? How are you gonna do that to your PS5? And so, yeah, then I sound like a troll, so I'm just gonna stop and let you do you. So you do you, and I'm just gonna go to the next one. Alrighty, so this is from Hack/X. Updated my controller firmware to 5.15.blah, and now the keys are being constantly pressed. Okay. Okay. what happens if you unpair the controller by deleting the Bluetooth device, then add it back? Okay. Well, deleting the Bluetooth device from anywhere, whether it's the Xbox or it's from a PC, but you can't really delete it from the Xbox. It's more of a, is this from the Xbox? No, I think this is actually from PC. So yeah, just from going to your Bluetooth devices and then right clicking and removing it. So for example, if we go to Windows 11, because I don't know, we just decided to click on Windows 11. If we go to Bluetooth, show Bluetooth devices, and we go down to, well, this one doesn't have an Xbox controller, but let's say it did. You would just right click here and then hit remove device. And that's all you would need to do in order to get it to work. Well, and hopefully, you know, there's a possibility that it may not work, but that's essentially what I was referring to for him. Just try to remove the device and see how it goes. Now, of course, there are also like 9 other people commenting, so probably somebody else already said that, but it makes us feel good to just reply. So we'll just do that. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, you can do what? This is another video for... All right.
Whoa.
There. That's where I gotta go.
How do I get over there?
Fly?
There! The fan! Add it! It flies! No!
Oh, you just messed with the wrong.
Goblin.
Go up there!
What is that?
And check this out.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yes, finally!
You'll be surprised at what you can do when you master your imagination. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, only on Nintendo Switch.
Y'all know I'm buying that. There's no way I'm not buying that. You can take my money now. Alrighty, and the last one of our randoms. What do we call this? Lightning round? Oh no, we said something funny about it, but well, I'm not worried about it. We'll call it something else. So our last question for today, JPW173, setting up 2 modems. Okay, so I want to set up a second modem in my basement, but have it on the same network as the internet I have now. I know it's possible, but I can't find anything to explain how to do it. Any help would be much appreciated. I want to set up a second modem in my basement. Do you mean modem or do you mean router? Do you mean modem or do you mean router? If you mean a modem, that means it's an entirely different network for internet connectivity. Do you mean modem or do you mean router? If you mean modem, then that means it's an entirely different network for internet connectivity. So there would be no adding to a pre-existing network, as that traffic goes out to the other modem. Are you trying to set up redundancy? In other words, redundancy is essentially if you have port 1 and port 2, if port 1 wants to go down, port 2 will become available. That's essentially what redundancy means. Are you trying to set up redundancy? Yeah, we need a better understanding of what you're trying to do here, but I'm sure all the others have said the same thing. The difference between a modem and a router. Look at the Mocha adapters. Yeah. Well, he doesn't have to say it so aggressively, but yeah, that's what everybody is probably going to ask here. It sounds like he may have 2 routers, and if he has 2 routers and he's trying to set them up to the same network, that's fine. I mean, it really depends on what you want to do. Like, for example, you may get the company's modem router, but you don't want to use their routing capabilities because it's trash. So you go ahead and buy yourself a second router and you put it in bridge mode so that it can now use this wireless signal, but it won't try to NAT the traffic. So, you know, that's what you essentially do in those situations if you have 2 routers and you're trying to set them up. This happens all the time because a lot of companies, they don't have modem routers, or I'm sorry, they don't have just straight modems anymore. They don't have this straight Motorola Surfboard 5520. They don't have those anymore. Now they have modem router combos so that you can set up MTAs and stuff like that. MTA, for you, those of you at home, is phone service. So they can set up phone service or whatever with that one device, and it's a modem router combo kind of thing. And then they let you rent it. So because of that, you may not want to use their Wi-Fi because their signal is weak, so you buy your own. And in those cases there, you put it in bridge mode and connect it to the same pre-existing network. So yeah, I can see why you would do that. I do that all the time. I mean, I'm doing that right now. So yeah. I think that's what he's referring to, but I'm sure everybody else already said it because there's 10 questions or 10 answers. Alrighty, guys, that's gonna do it for today. That was a pretty quick one. Tomorrow will probably be a little bit longer there, so I do apologize. I thought it would be a little bit longer. We did that, and we did rapid fire, and it still ended up being about 8:14. You know, a little early, but it's okay. I'll make sure to make a longer one tomorrow. And that's going to do it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you like this video, go ahead and like button. If you really like it, go ahead and subscribe. I love you either way. Take care. All the best and bye. I will see you tomorrow. Peace.